It's time to draft, but we're going to draft going early. Running back, potentially. That could mean running back in round one. It could mean running back in rounds 1 and 2. We're going to try to deploy the running back if at all possible, but I have no problem pulling back the reins and saying, let's change directions and go running back, wide receiver, and go with a balanced approach. You know my style is to go balanced approach, win, best player available dictates it. You know my style, my teachings, the way I talk about football, best ball, regular, non-best ball, dynasty, super flex, is to always adjust and adapt. Never take a specific line of thinking into a draft and then cement yourself into that plan. You have to be able to adjust and adapt, bob and weave, go with the flow, go against traffic, figure out ways to best set yourself up to absolutely destroy your draft based on what the draft is giving you. Talk to the draft. Listen to the draft. Let the draft help guide you into a championship. Don't draft positions, draft players. The Fantasy Football Show Draft Edition. The running back early draft edition begins right now. Get ready. Sign up on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. I'll drop the link in the live chat right now. Get ready to draft. That show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
I'm going to let you guys decide what contest we're doing. So, guys, throw out your preference. I have one Best Ball Mania request. I have one person wanting an Eliminator. Eliminator is fun, but it is definitely a different style. Marathon's really fun. You're going cumulative scoring weeks 1 through 17, which I think is pretty damn awesome. And then you got weekly winner. So vote for which one you want to jump into. I'll let you know when we're going in, and you grab a spot, and then I'll wait 8 seconds with the YouTube delay and jump in. We got 2 votes for weekly winners, 2 votes for Best Ball Mania. I just put up a Deshaun Watson meme on my Instagram that that's why I was late. I couldn't resist. Go check it out later. I promise you, if you don't cry, I will apologize to you if you don't cry laughing. I couldn't resist. It's probably my best work on Instagram. Appreciate everybody being here at BBM weekly. I think the weeklies BBM tied it. What are we doing, BBM or weekly? Let's get a couple more votes and then we'll tear into it. I will do whatever you guys want. If you want a BBM, I'm doing a BBM. You want a weekly, we're doing weekly. Let's take 2 more votes and then we'll lock it in. Weekly, okay, weekly. Weekly has the advantage. 1 more weekly vote and we're doing a weekly. Now, how do you get in? That link I've pinned in the live chat. Weekly it is. I got another vote. Go to the link. Pull up the Underdog app. When you have the Underdog app open, you're gonna be on the draft tab at the bottom. You're gonna be on the lobby tab at the top, and then there's gonna be some cards that you can swipe through. Okay? And the weekly should be like let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 swipes over, and you can join the weeklies. Click the green button now. Okay, I'm going to wait a couple seconds to make sure the YouTube delay has us timed right, and we can jump in together. And then if you don't get into the draft I'm in, it's okay. Don't fret. Don't get upset. Don't be mad. Just draft alongside. Use the process and figure out how to best navigate what we're talking about with what you got going on. So weeklies is starting in 50 seconds. It is full. They fill very quickly. I'm going to put the draft on the screen here and go to full draft mode screen. And then we'll discuss and have the phone lines opened and everything and talk about, what we got going on. Superfish made it. Miles is in the building. Tebow's in that house. Speedy's got a spot. I don't know. OG, I think, is one of ours I don't know about the guy in the 2 spot. Dalton might be one of ours. We got a full house here. We got at least rock outs in the building too. We got at least 7 of those spots are our people. Yeah, at least 7 of those spots are our people. And then every once in a while I have to redo this because it doesn't show the correct player there. There we go. Christian McCaffrey is the number one option on the board. Let me minimize this slightly and get this nice and fit perfectly in the screen. There we go. Code Smitty will get it done. Underdog Fantasy will match up to 50% on your first deposit. I got the 3 pick, which is nice. Hey, everyone. Missed all. Good to see Smitty. Thank you. Appreciate you, East Coast Tatty. Where you been, bro? Wow. What a long time it's been. I'm going to go. I said early running back here. Okay. Let's go. We'll go early. Dang it. The whole show's early running back. I'm going to force the first pick, but I'm going to adjust and adapt as we go. This is weeklies, okay? This is weeklies. It doesn't mean you have to even go wide receiver just because, like, this is a big, heavy hitter. Breece Hall, boom, big points, smash. These values are going to be a little different than the Best Ball Manias or any of the other drafts because it's all about smashing 1 week. 1 week gives you 20K. The winner of each individual compartmentalized week gets 20K. This is not one of those situations where you're playing for the playoffs or you have matchups every week. You're literally playing with everybody in one big bucket in week 1. Whoever scores the most amount of points on this one draft, and you have to strategically draft so that you can have the best shot to win every week, or maybe your focus is to try and win just week 4. Maybe you don't care about anything but week 17. Maybe you care about a certain weird, theory you've got where you can build a great team during the big Buy-Mageddon. Whatever the case may be, you have a shot at winning 20K. Each individual week resets. No week has a tie to another week, and that's what makes this a beautiful draft and why you could potentially go Breece Hall here and force it. I forced it just because this is a running back early stream. I got the unfortunate news is I got the 3 pick, even though I love that pick, to try this, but I won't force anything else the rest of the way. The reason I could force this is because everything being equal, I don't mind Breece at number 3 in a weekly. I honestly don't. I think he could be huge. Him and Gibbs. I could have went Gibbs at 3 because Gibbs is such a big home run heavy hitter. Smitty, do you think about A-Rod not being at mandatory today? Nothing, Panda. Absolutely zero. It was unexcused excused. Like, it was excused by Salah, but not by the letter of the law in terms of the fines and the policies. But it's not a big deal whatsoever. It's like 1 day. Feel like Smitty picked Breece Lightning just for me, says East Coast Tatty. Maybe I did.
Get Breece.
Breece Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Breece. He's Breece.
He does a hull of a job. A hull of a job. A hull of a job.
Breece Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of a job.
You know what's funny about that? Breece Hall. He don't let him stall in round 3. Did I say round 3? Round 3, pick 3, don't stall. Remember when he was a third round? When I made that video, he's a third round pick. Now he's going 3. Early. I get it. A little early in this draft, and I don't mind it at all. I like this 3 pick. And there's going to be so much reaching going on that, you got to take what you can get when it comes. And this is kind of when I get, the different team that I normally build, because I'm letting the draft kind of fall to me instead of forcing it. There's a lot of reaching, and that's okay. That's fine. We're all like-minded individuals in here smashing away. And when a lot of people are in the house smashing, things get chaotic. Let's just say that. Phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right, on deck here. Looks like Olave went. Okay, so early. Do I go early? Do I go double early RB? Do I go early? We went early RB. We covered it. The show's covered. I can do whatever the heck I want, but I'm not going to force anything. Big points for big boys. Let's smash. Let's running back smash in the weeklies. Let's do it live. I like it. Jalen Hurts and Christian McCaffrey, can't argue with that. OG in the building with the running back. The first two people have to be ours because we're going running back heavy tonight. We're trying it out. And so, you know, the odds of Lamb, I bet you the people that there's probably two people in this draft that are going, what in the hell are we looking at here? I've never seen a draft like this in my life. Lamb has always gone 1 or 2. Lamb fell to 4. Jalen Hurts, McCaffrey is pretty solid. Sam Laporta, very balanced attack. I like it. Weeklies, look, Debo can absolutely go bonkers any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday, occasional Friday. So, love this trio so far. And in a weeklies contest where you don't have to really, I mean, you want all your guys together for the entire season so you can have, you know, literally, sorry if the phone lines, anybody called, I had the phone line closed. It's open now. If anybody, you know, gets hurt or something, then yeah, I don't have 17 shots at 20K. But I mean, I don't mind smashing the, you know, these three big heavy hitters that can, let's say I get 6 weeks to try this, and then Debo gets hurt and then I'm out, or Henry gets hurt and I'm out, or whatever. I got 6 shots, 6 outstanding shots of having, you know, a big smash. Jeff says Hurts too early to grab a tight end with the QB. Jeff, that's your opinion. No offense, but that's literally just your opinion. And that's okay. It's fine to have that opinion, but the way you say it, you're trying to tell people what they can do, what they can't do. They can do whatever the hell they want, Jeff. If somebody wants to grab Hurts and a Sam Laporta together just because someone didn't win last year doing it, Jeff, it doesn't matter. Last year's last year. As Tony Soprano said, remember when is the most boring form of conversation, Jeff? Always, this is how you, Captain, this is how you do it. That's what we get in here, Jeff. Come on. All right, here we go. I like the Mike Evans, Kyron, JJ team's good rock out. I like that. Tebow with the triple wides going Chase, Nico, Waddle. We got rock out with the JJ. I like that. Tyreek Hill, Drake London, ETN. Very nice. Speedy's got the Mahomey, the Olave, and the Lammy. Anthony Richardson. Woo, that's early, bro. Holy crap. What are we doing there? I don't think Jeff will approve of that one. Jeff and I might be in agreement.
You've just been Smitty.
I love Anthony Richardson. I love him. But that is early. I'm going to tell you, don't listen to Jeff on anything he says, except for if he agrees with me on that one. Then we're in agreement there. CJ Stroud, Josh Jacobs, Barkley, and Garrett Wilson's pretty sick, Superfish. I like that. I like that, bro. Have I ever won a football league? No, Joe. I just been doing this for 20 plus years. I have a channel where people keep coming back, Joe, because I keep losing. Everybody wants to see what happens next, Joe. You can't be kidding me. Like, what's in the water tonight? Is this the same person? We got Jeff and Joe. Did you change your name real quick? What's going on here? The Double J's? You guys are the Double J's are cooking me tonight. Joe, you got me. I'm just a traditional loser. Just losing for the rest of my life. Constant, bro.
It's your first show, right? First show you've ever done?
Yeah, this is my first time. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show. I apologize for my mediocrity. These teams look wild. Some of them are definitely There's definitely some reaching going on, which is okay. I mean, it is what it is.
Weekly's interesting like that, though.
And weeklies is definitely a different, a different bucket.
Like, I can see wanting to get your guy, if you have a certain way you want to attack things.
Yeah, I'm sure Amari Cooper is going to hold out for a minute, says Kevin. It's going to be interesting to see what everybody does. Okay. Man, I love my squad so far. I love my squad. Hollywood, that's early, but you're cuffing. I'm going to go with a little bit of Tank Dell action, who's also a huge, big play. Look at it. I mean, this is pretty damn good for going early RB, robust RB. Brees Hall, Derrick Henry, Debo, and Tank. I'm feeling pretty smooth with that quad. I mean, damn. What do you think of that quad? Debo, I mean, this is weeklies. Dell and Debo are like the epitome of like those huge, big spike weeks.
Those are guys that can pop off. Yep. For sure.
I mean, damn.
Like you always say, you only have to win 1 week.
Damn.
Technically speaking.
Skippy. Jaden Daniels, okay. Hey, I'll be honest. I was looking at it. I didn't know that I was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they call him Spike Week Jaden. That might be his new name.
Yeah.
Oh, do I go? Hold on. Do I go take?
Go ahead.
Do I take? Do I take Diggs here? Do I take my first share of Diggs that I've ever drafted because I got Tank Dell?
Not a bad strategy.
This might be my first share of Stephon Diggs. Woo! I kind of like it with this build with Dell and Diggs. I'm kind of covering myself there. I'm doing a little coverage, rama there. I like it. It's wild. It's weird. It's wacky.
Man,
I wish I could have got
amazing
Stroud.
what Diggs did first half.
I wish I could have got Stroud with him though. That would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been nice. It's crazy if you look at Diggs, how he just went crazy in the first half and did nothing in the second.
Yeah.
He still ended up scoring like for the full year. Not that it matters really, but scoring more points than like people you would not expect. He scored the same amount of points as Nico Collins last year.
Wow, I gotta say, this is one of my favorite in a snipe environment, too. This isn't one of my favorite teams in a snipe environment. I'm saying in a snipe environment, this is one of my favorite teams that I've drafted in or out of a snipe environment. We'll see how it finishes, but I mean, damn. I mean, I've never drafted Diggs that late either, and I've never really wanted Diggs. And Diggs has been going in round 2-3, and I always want Tank Dell over him. In cost of entry, I go, different position where Diggs is getting drafted, and then I just take Tank later. But to get Tank and then get Diggs, this is crazy wild.
What is Diggs' ADP in weeklies?
I don't know. I'd have to pull it up.
Okay.
I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can find my. It might tell me on my team here. Hold on. Yeah, actually, it will right here. His ADP in weeklies is 33. You know what it probably is like, Diggs is kind of like a guy I don't really promote much, and he's almost an avoid at his ADP. I don't know if that triggered some sort of like wild. I don't know. Smitty with the sniper.
28 normally.
Smitty with the sniper bait in his stream title. How do you figure, Daddy Dennis? Like, this is probably one of the most inaccurate things that's ever been spoken on in the history of planet Earth. Smitty with the sniper bait in the stream title. How is this? Are you talking about? Are you saying this is clickbait?
Pretty straightforward.
Are you saying this is clickbait?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say my title is clickbait, Daddy Dennis? Is that what you're trying to say?
I feel like he might mean something else.
Yeah, he might. He's got to be, because that would be a gross, reckless use of words. What is he talking about?
Pretty straightforward title.
Sniper bait. Oh, I think he's meaning this in a different way. I think he's meaning that I'm telling people what I'm doing. Okay, yeah,
Right,
that makes
telling
sense. Okay,
everybody what
Daddy
you
Dennis, we'll give him a standing O on that one. That's actually.
Mashed potatoes!
Sometimes we jump the gun over here.
Oh, it's like
Yeah,
I
I'm telegraphing my strategy, and I'm still
Stupid man.
smashing. Is that what you're trying to say, Daddy Dennis? You're trying to say you're telegraphing
bait.
your pass, but you're still letting everybody cook.
Let him cook.
You're giving bait to the people who snipe, letting them know what you're gonna do.
I got you. I should have renamed. Maybe I renamed the stream. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and I'm still gonna smash.
Let him cook.
All right. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see what I can cook up. Woo. I mean, I want to go with a little cigar smoking here.
Interesting spot. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, why not? A little cigar smoking early, late in the evening. A little late night cigar.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
What, Travis?
He's a good weekly quarterback too, because no matter what happens, I think he'll be okay. But some people worry about injury.
I got a couple tricks up my sleeve here. Don't know if I'm going to deploy them, but I definitely got them in the queue. I'm going to ask you a question quickly, Travis, because I'm only going to have about 27 seconds with it. So prepare your mind.
Yep. Ready.
All right, 7, 5, 4. Okay. Dak Prescott or Jordan Love? I'm gonna bully QB, even though it's not really bullying. I'm kind of.
I like Love.
What do you guys love, Dak or Love? In the chat.
I was gonna say I think you're feeling Dak probably.
Let's go Jordan Love.
I think Dak's going to be forced to throw a lot, but I think Love is just going to take that step up.
The reason
keep doing what he's been doing.
So I went the reason I went yeah. D Money wanted Love, I think. So I went Love. So I got a double quarterback going on. I got the double wide receivers or quarterbacks at the top. So it's kind of like a sandwich, right? Got a running back sandwich, 2 slices of bread at the top. I got that Debo Dell and Dig stuffing, and then we got the bottom bun is Joe Burrow made of cigars, and then a bun made of love and Jordan Love. Just smashing that sandwich together. And I like the fact that I've got those 2 quarterbacks to kind of really make sure I'm not missing this 20K because of, everybody's popping off with my quarterback. Burrow coming back from the elbow just to make sure. We got Jordan Love.
7 Dak in the chat. Close up.
You what?
Excuse me. I think the chat was 8-7 in favor of Dak.
This close.
It's close. It'd be interesting to see if Love can pick up where he left off.
Yeah, I was tempted to go Dak. I was, but I just thought, you know what?
I really like Love. I'm high on him. I was high on him last year too. So, I invested.
It's so funny. Our entire cruise is drafting. I mean, you just you just see all these people going left and right that traditionally go in later rounds. They're like clockwork, just getting scooped off the board. There's just zero chance to get some of these players that you might want to fall that they just won't. You just have zero shot at it.
I think the Marsman draft is going to be like that again this year.
Yeah, it's so dangerous. Snipe City. I really wanted Jaden Daniels with his team though.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Camp Jones says, thank you, Smitty, for the NASA level fantasy insight. You bet your bottom dollar, and I'm going to celebrate your $20 hauler in 1 second. Let me just make sure I grab a player here. Do I go Hopkins or Brian Thomas Jr., or I don't have a tight end yet. Let's go Brock Bowers here. Just big upside.
I like that. Yeah. People are still sleeping on him.
This is weekly. $20 hauler. Let me throw some cash around. Hold on.
Alert. Super chat alert. $20 super chat. $20 super chat. Alert.
That's my boy Camp Jones dropping the wattage. NASA level fantasy insight. I'm sending that comment to the moon.
To the moon.
For good measure. Code Smitty. Let me see if I can move some of this down. I'm never happy with my layout.
The little box on the left, is that like the next guy's up on the list? Okay.
Yep. Next guy's available. Top guy's available. What am I doing here? I might kind of do what I just did. Let me cue them in case I time out. Okay, what players are available? I knew if I mentioned Brian Thomas, he'd be gone. Probably shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna go double tight end here. I go double quarterback, double tight end. I went double running back to start. I went triple wides. I'm really kind of, and the thing about this, someone might say, but you don't have any depth at wide receiver. You don't. But I mean, you could literally say, I'm going for 20K in week 1. You could literally say, I'm going for 20K in the beginning of the year. And if I get hit with an injury, big deal. That's the beautiful part about weeklies, is you're trying to win 20K in any one given week. Thank you, Camp Jones, for dropping that.
There's a lot of options left out there, too.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'll mention them, though, because I'll get sniped.
All right.
Move these down slightly. Give my... Okay, there we go. I think everything fits in the screen now. Okay. Smitty's got a bacon and egg and cheese sandwich right now. I do. Look at this thing. We got double green, triple orange, double purple, double blue. It's a really good looking squad. Let me send it over to screen real quick. Save that. Whoops. If anybody wants to call in, the phone line's on screen at the bottom left. Dial in. Jump into the mix if you got a topic you'd like to talk about, especially if it's relating to this draft or any of the values, or especially the players that I've grabbed that you want to ask why, or hey, do you like this guy more than this guy? Or if you like...
Is there any world you would ever take 3 running backs to start? I doubt it. But
oh, yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
3 in a row?
Yeah.
First 3 rounds?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say I do it all the time, but I'd say, I do it more frequently than you can imagine, because you just said I doubt it, and the answer is actually I do.
Some people would have a heart attack. You can just think about that.
In the best ball circles, people would probably be like, wait, what? Did you hear about the guy? Did you hear about the guy that he has a channel? It sounds brand new. But he's taken 3 RBs. 3 RBs, what? All right, here's my team so far. Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Debo, Tank, and Diggs, Brock Bowers, and Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's one of my favorite. I guess he would be tight end. Let's see, how many tight ends went before him? One. Hold on. I could just click on him, actually. Dallas Goedert has a tight end value of tight end 12. So he's barely the last guy people draft to start, and he's got top 5 tight end potential in my opinion, especially in a Kellen Moore offense where things are going to change a lot. Brock Bowers, Goddard, Diggs, Dell, Samuel, Henry, Breece, Burrow, Love. Let me go over to Grant from Cali. Grant, what do you hear? What do you say?
I just wanted to ask, do we like McLaurin or Dotson more at ADP?
That's a good question.
I got a lot of Dodson, but it's harder for me to get McLaurin around Hollywood Brown and homie from the Packers, the second guy.
Yeah.
Not Christian Watson, though.
I'm going to take Corum.
You know
I'm sorry.
what I'm
I'm sorry for whoever has Kyron. I don't even know who has Kyron. But I'm sorry. Whoever it is. Who has Kyron? Oh, Rock Out. Damn it. Rock Out. I'm sorry. For Rock. I don't think he... I'll be honest with you. I think there's a 0 chance he would have made it back to you, though. Because everyone's sniping like crazy, and... Sorry. I feel bad.
It is what it is.
Sorry, Rock Out. I'm sorry. What was the question, Grant? I got totally sorry. Oh, Dotson. Yeah, I love Dotson. I love McLaurin.
Do you like McLaurin or Dotson better?
Well, I mean, this is kind of like asking, do I like Jaden Reed or Leggett? Like they're going in very different territories. And of course I like Jaden Reed more, but I'm just saying, like, the cost of entry on a Leggett and then drafting another player, like let's say a Ramondre Stevenson, like makes some sense. But the ADPs between Dotson and McLaurin are like literally 3-4 rounds, 5 rounds. So cost of entry, I like Dotson more. In fact, I could take him right here. I might take him right here. I don't love any of these players here at all, to be honest. And I need a wide receiver pretty badly. Let me look at the running backs real quick. I'm fine with passing on those guys. I'm gonna go Dotson here. So Dotson at 123, which was a little early, versus McLaurin, who went. Good Lord, where did he go? Oh, he went to Rock Out at 56 overall, which is, I feel like it's a little early, right? Rock Out. Did you take him a little bit ahead of ADP?
A little bit.
So, I mean, the cost of entries are just miles apart. But I believe Watson bounces back up with Dotson. You what?
I need more McLaurin. I got a lot of Brown and Reed, but I need to start grabbing some McLaurin shares.
You do. You do.
It'll be nice to see him finally have a quarterback.
There's a couple people that I think are going to do what we said they were going to do. Like, let me ask you a question. Could in retrospect, can you envision a Spider-Verse version of last year where Gibbs could have been continued to be ignored? And where they didn't use him from weeks 1 through 7. Is there an alternate universe somewhere where Gibbs was ignored the rest of the year? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. There is, like, in my mind, coaches screw things up all the time. Bijan was no different than in Breece Hall at the beginning of the year, and Achane at times, especially when Miami Mike wouldn't put him back in the game because he, kind of banged his knee up, but he said he was fine. Like, those guys got impeded upon, But Gibbs, they unlocked him and they left him out there. Like, Bijan should have been unlocked, and he wasn't. So, like, I feel like we were right about Gibbs, but we could have been so wrong, and we could have been telling the same story that we're telling about Bijan. Get ready, get fired up, it's going to happen. We could have been telling that about Gibbs, because by mid-season, by week 5, 6 roughly, people were saying we were idiots. People were saying Monty was the one. You guys were pumping up Gibbs. Smitty, I'm never listening. I had so many people say I'm unsubscribing. I never should have listened to you on Gibbs. I drafted him in the 3rd round, and I'm going to lose my league. Like, there's so many people that came back to tell that story. I think there's a lot of players that it could have flipped, and it didn't. And Watson was one of them. Dotson was one of them. Bijan was obviously one of them. Who else am I not thinking of? I don't think we were wrong on any of those. We just got lucky and unlucky. We got lucky that Detroit saw the light. We got lucky that Achane was continued to be used. Even when he was out that big significant amount of time, they did start to feed him again. I just think there's an opportunity for a lot of our wrongs to be righted this year. And I can't wait to see it. Not everybody, like Pollard, you don't hear me like pumping Pollard up. But with Watson and Dotson at their costs of entry, which are it's pretty much free, let's roll. Man, Ricky Parasol was down there a ways. That's disappointing. He got snagged by is it Johnny or whatever?
People reaching crazy.
Yeah, damn. Ricky Parasol's like way down there. Like I wasn't even gonna take him here. Jeez. These guys. Okay.
Wide receivers are bleak right now.
I'm gonna go Kirk Cousins here. I have a little bit of a theory that you can really smash in these weeklies. We have very little. We have last year's data doesn't even tell us like very much. Like you have some things that happened, but at the same time, like we don't have enough data to even suggest that. Okay, did this guy who made this build a certain way have a better shot at winning one individual week, but decreasing his odds of winning each individual week? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So in the case of like, hold on one second.
Oh, you're up.
Yeah. Because you sniping mofos, I'm gonna take Braylon Allen here because I know you're gonna take him. You know you're gonna take him. I can't have this happen on my watch. I've got Breece Hall. I want to protect that.
ADP's out the window.
There's no way he's lasting back to me with you guys the way you're drafted. And now I'm just
like 40 spots down.
But I have to. Because I know Tebow will rock out, and all you guys are just going to take him.
Yeah.
I'll probably take him, Mike, when it tries to come back to me.
The Mickey Mouse draft. Anyways, what I was trying to say was that like there's so much that hasn't been looked at yet, and there's so much that you can't even look at, and then the injuries and all that. But if you say to yourself like, building a certain way give you a better shot at winning just one week? Because you're loading up on quarterbacks, you have very little depth at tight end. You do these different approaches, but you have a lower chance of being in the running for all 17 weeks. So therefore, someone looks at that data and they're like, shit, this guy, didn't have a chance of winning, but like he literally did 1 week have the best shot. It's gonna be interesting looking at more and more data. Grant, appreciate your question. Tebow, you're live.
What's going on, brother? What's going on? I figured I'd call in now after I kind of got settled into the draft here, and really just kind of ask you, when you're doing weekly winners, what, other than just getting best player available, you talk about drafting. Oh, I'm going to draft for week one. Are you focusing on just particular weeks? Or are you trying to build a team that kind of can win across any week? What's your take? What's your strategy?
I don't really have a set one going in because this goes back to the fact that I adjust and adapt as it comes. So like when I have more time, I can look at stuff. Like I can swipe, I can go look at weeks. I'm running a live stream. You know what I mean? So like in some ways, you're going to get the worst version of me in terms of doing 8,000 different things to make the best correlation week draft and all that. So if the best player available approach leads me down this path that I say, oh damn, now I'm kind of not loving this idea. Now I'm gonna try and win week 17 with this team because of what fell to me. There's all kinds of ways to adjust and adapt and navigate, but I'd be lying to you if I said I was on my absolute A game when I'm handling phone calls, handling moderation duties, drafting, trying to look at week correlations, trying to look at bye weeks, and trying to make sure I don't time out, So it's hard for me to do as many of the complicated things that I would probably do if I was in a quiet setting, just smashing away. So
is Travis in this one? So you should have Travis navigating those waters for you, bro. While you're in the draft, man, so you can have your whole setup.
But I can't. Yeah, but I can't because the things are right in front of me. But funny thought. But what can I do for you, bro? What else you got?
No. I was just, my take, the way I'm new to doing these, obviously on UD. So my take has just been, trying to identify, one or two teams and then build as many individual pieces from all of their weekly games to kind of, just kind of cover you for, across all of the weeks instead of building just for maybe one particular week. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I think I've built a pretty decent team. I would say it's pretty balanced compared to probably what you normally see from me.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good.
Oh.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, you sniped likely. Ooh. Oh, well.
Yeah, I got a little Derrick Henry likely action going there.
Yeah.
Whoa. I just zoomed way too far in. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We're back. I've been reaching for the first pick. Okay, hold on. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. I've got a pretty balanced team from top to bottom. 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs. I've drafted probably the most balanced team a human being can actually draft. And I'm going to time out here because I'm not. Damn it. I guess I'll go Roman Wilson. I was going to time out.
Earlier in the chat, I saw someone, it might have been Jeff, he was asking, I guess they're moving Godwin back to the slot. Do you like him better in the slot?
Complicated question because we don't even we don't even know like with Baker how he'll do with that. There's so many variables.
Yeah.
Like everyone tries to use info that doesn't.
What that could be good for is McMillan.
Yeah. Definitely.
That could mean they're setting up to involve him.
Mm-hmm. I know. Rogers got sniped. I was gonna take Rogers to cuff with Brees.
Yeah, he's a good one.
It did. I waited too long, but we're in Snipe City, and he fell pretty far too.
He's a good weekly.
I should have did that. I should have did that at that 147 pick. I just wanted to cuff just in case, because I have such a slim down running crew. I have Henry and Brees Hall, and that's, and I have Corum. I have to make sure I've got that jet running back crew at least locked down. So like if something happened to Henry, I could get a touchdown from. I could have Brees Hall go crazy, and I could still get a Braylon Allen touchdown or something like that. So it was important to me, but and Cousins I got as well as my third quarterback. I mean, I got three quarterbacks. I have Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, and Kirk Cousins, so I'm fine there. Let's see. Who's on the phone here? We got Theo. Theo, what's up? You're live. Is that you making noise again, Theo?
Yeah. No, I was muted.
Oh, what's up?
So I ended up trading, what's it called? Purdy and May for Stroud.
Purdy
in my Superflex league.
and May for Stroud. Who's your other quarterback, though? Purdy and May.
Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I mean, 2 QBs for one. I get the allure of that, but when you're sitting pretty with your second quarterback, I don't mind that at all. That's nice work. Nice work, broski.
Do you like, what's his name? McMillan or Burton more?
Burton. I like them both, but it comes down to like Burton is, another one that got sniped. It was hard. It was hard to draft in this draft. There's so many picks that happened early, like you can't even plan to cuff, and then if you start reaching, you got to reach on everybody, and so I let him fall. But like Burton would have been fantastic with this team with Burrow, but I like Burton more because he's got Burrow. He's got the idea that he could be the number 2 in Cincinnati. They're probably, you never know, but they're probably not paying T. Higgins. So guess who they're going to try and groom and get up to speed? Burton. So Burton's going to definitely be involved. They've got to get him ready to go for the next year. They're not going to just let him sit there and waste away. So I think there's a real nice opportunity for him to become an absolute like sleeping giant. But it doesn't mean I don't love both, bro. I mean, there's pros and cons.
Because I feel like McMillan next year, if Godwin leaves, and then I agree with you, I like Burton more, but if Godwin leaves and then Mike Evans is now going to be like 32 going in 2025, that's like he could sneak into that like wide receiver 1 role and
yeah. I mean, the fact that we're talking
maybe
about him right now, I feel like I got to draft him because he's going to get taken if we keep talking about McMillan, especially if I'm supposed to respond to that. So, yeah, look, now that I've got him, I do love Burton more. I'm not just saying that so that I could have McMillan fall here, but I'm like, come on, hurry up.
I like the more pre-draft too.
But McMillan's a stud, like in the making, maybe. The situation isn't grand. I don't like Mayfield. Burton's got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, neither do I.
There's just it's not like it's a totally different environment. So there's a real chance that McMillan doesn't have what he needs to develop. Is the bottom line.
Oh, it's a like
yeah.
Especially now they don't have Dave
Support
Canales.
3 guys.
What did you say, Travis?
Good point too. I was just saying it's tough for Baker to support 3 receivers like that, but I don't know who that was that just said it. That's a good point, though, that Canales is gone.
Yeah.
That changes things. It also makes it interesting that he went to the Panthers with all the changes they made. That could be good for Bryce Young and those guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he plans on using Leggett in like some of the ways Rashi Rice was being used in Kansas City last year, which is like super interesting.
75 likes for another draft. No. If we get 75 likes, I'll drop a private draft link, and then we could draft, slow draft style offline. So do that. Hit the like button. We only have 49 thumbs up and 135 total eyeballs. How many from YouTube? 87. Hit the thumb up button. And if we get to 75 likes, I'll definitely drop a private draft link. I'll drop it right away, and then we could look at it if it is actually moving along. I'll pull it up. I won't stay here the whole draft. Miles says this is the hardest draft he's ever done because everyone keeps just keeping everybody on their toes, just sniping left and right. My team looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think if this could have been one of those winning teams that I could have won the 20K if I did it outside of this community. Because there's certain things that didn't happen that would have been beautiful. Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Debo Samuel, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, Burrow, and Jordan Love. I could have started better, I think. Brock Bowers, Goddard, and then things didn't fall off the rails, but certainly, guys went that I wanted to fall that would have made this thing unbelievably crazy good. But Bowers and Goddard were great. Corum it's an interesting move. Dotson, Kirk Cousins with Penix Jr. down below. Braylon Allen to cuff with my Breece Hall up top. In weeklies, I will reach a little bit just to make sure. I don't care so much about ADP as much because this is such a weird contest. And you'll see people reach a lot too in weeklies. They don't really abide by the ADP as much. You definitely want to make sure you're taking advantage of ADP, but you definitely you're seeing people grab like a Flowers in the third round because they're absolutely trying to smash a certain week or have no matter what have Lamar with Flowers and so you'll see some weird stuff happen. But Isaiah Likely, Roman Wilson, Jalen McMillan, and Penix Jr. And we're approaching my pick here coming up. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this last spot. I probably need an RB if I can find one. I've got 4 quarterbacks, but I like that in weeklies. You definitely don't want 2. You want 3. 4 is a little much, but given I have Breece Hall and Henry, and I have Braylon Allen attached to Breece Hall, I feel so good in the RB room. And my wide receivers having Dell, Diggs, and Debo. I feel like I'm okay taking a risk that injury takes this team out in week 12 or something like that. I want to go crazy. I want to go ham for as many weeks as I can. And for me, that means having the quarterback position covered, so that that's not the thing. That's the highest scoring position. I want to make sure it's cracking off, no matter what. Estime, Will Shipley. I could get Rasheen Ali, the backup to Henry.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna do that just in case.
Yeah, because Keaton Mitchell won't be back for a while.
Yeah, I should have grabbed Keaton Mitchell too, though. Come to think of it, but yeah,
I know you don't like the. Oh, go ahead.
Justice Hill or whatever. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask. I know you don't really like the situation with the Broncos at all, but if you had to have one guy, would it be Javonte, Estime, or Julian McLaughlin? Okay, I'm starting to hear some good things about McLaughlin. He looks good. I don't know.
You know what I'd probably say, because Javonte and McLaughlin couldn't take the job by themselves. I wonder if you just go with the unknown hopes that he does get it. I don't know. Tough to say. I mean, do I want it to be Javonte? Abso-freaking-lutely. And that was just one of those unfortunate things. I don't think that was a miss by any means. It was just the injury was unfortunate. The situation was horrible. And I don't know that we'll ever get back what he could have done. Here's the squad right here. Burrow, Love, Cousins, Penix. Weekly winners, by the way. So every week's 20K. It doesn't matter. There's no playoffs. There's no scoring that gets added up. It's once a week's done, you start over. Week 2, who wins week 2? 20K. Second place, 10K. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Brees Hall, Henry, Corum, Braylon Allen, and Ali to back up. I mean, I don't know if he's the backup, but I'm presuming by the time Henry, if he gets banged up mid-season, maybe he's getting run. Debo, Dell, Diggs, interesting. I would love Stroud, but this is Snipe City. Dotson, Roman Wilson, McMillan. I got Likely, Brock Bowers, and Goddard. I feel like it's a pretty cool-looking Weeklies team, to be honest. I'm pretty excited about it. John with the super chat says, please do a full review of Team 6. Okay, John, I will. I'll go to it right now. All right, here's John's team. Team number 6. And hold on, T-Bow rock out 1 second. Camp Jones, appreciate you with the super chat, by the way, bro. All right, Team 6. Is that you, John? What's the team name? Make it rain for you.
All right.
We like to party. John with Amon Ross, St. Brown, Josh Allen, Brandon Ayuk, Dalton Kincaid. Okay, love the Josh Allen Kincaid stack. Ayuk is not my favorite, personally, my favorite third-round pick, but I understand it. You love him, you love him. If you don't, you don't. I mean, so I'm not going to judge that one. I'm gonna close my eyes, John, and picture that as Debo, even though Debo went ahead. Cooper Kupp. Okay, Dalton Kincaid, James Cook. I mean, you're doing a Buffalo Bills situation here, so I like what you're doing. Zach Moss, I like a lot. You're trying to tie him back to the Buffalo Bills for good measure and some good aura. I get what you're doing there. Trey Benson, love that. Love that. Hopkins is solid. Palmer, Vidal, I like Vidal. You got Burton. You got my boy Burton. I like this team, Russell Wilson and Fields together to go with Josh Allen. You're pretty good, and this is for anybody that doesn't know, this is a 1 QB, but we're all trying to, smash the QB position, I think. Superfish in the 12 spot. Garrett, if I had to rank that team, John, I'd say I wouldn't put it in the top 3 or 4 yet or anything like that, but I would say looking at it, definitely a top 6-7 team in this draft. No doubt about it. Good job. Garrett Wilson, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Stroud, Kyle Pitts, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Brock Purdy, Curtis Samuel. I think it's a pretty good looking squad there. Chase Brown, I like it. Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah. I mean, if Jaden Reed or Christian Watson take that next step and become a top 10 wide receiver, that team's in the top 6 guaranteed there if that happens. Miles with Puka, Achane, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, Kyler Murray. I like this team a lot. Jonathan Brooks, JSN, Eckler, really good team. I'm running out of top 6 spots here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Marvin Harrison Jr., A. Richardson, McBride. Look, this is one of those things where Jay Honey, I don't want to say crap the bed early, Anthony Richardson, because that's just massively early, but his team still looks really good. There's a time where you can reach and recover, and I feel like this team recovered. It looks good when you get McBride in there. You got Anthony Richardson. It's a good looking squad. That top 4 is fantastic. If Walker does his thing, you got Swift down below, Jameson, Worthy. I like it. It's a good team. A really good team, even though you reached like crazy. Rock out with the JJ, Kyron, Mike. Am I wrong, or does Anthony Richardson have like a whacked out weekly winners ADP? Let me pull it up. Weekly winners ADP data, QB 48 overall. Yeah, that's early. Okay, so he took him way early. But hey, it still looks good. It still looks really good. Justin Jefferson, Kyron Williams. I'm sorry about Blake Corum, rock out. Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, McLaurin. So you went really wide receiver crazy there, and it could work out. Let me look at your squad. Kamara. Kamara's your second RB. Did you get Kendre Miller?
Yeah.
I'm going to scroll down in a second. If you're going to go that many wide receivers and still get Kyron, and I'm sorry about Corum again. You got Corum, it would have been even better. But you don't necessarily need him in weeklies. Weeklies not as important. But damn, bro, it's pretty good considering the wide receivers you got. Is there anybody in that Terry McLaurin round there that I would have liked better? Let's see. No, I mean, that's a good pick. Terry McLaurin's good there. I would say like a Kyler or Kyle Pitts or McLaurin. Those are all very close. I'm fine with any of that. It's good. You did good. Good work. And then you got Dak later. Wow. Dak's even better. So, yeah, that worked out really well for you. Ferguson and Dak stacked together. That's really good. That's fantastic. And Cowboys in a week, Philly. If you want that correlation in week 16 or 17, you got Philly and Dallas for those trying to build. But the thing about the correlation thing, I know it's good. I know the data says it's important, but like, just keep in mind, like sometimes if a game like that happens to be a bad game, you know, there is the possibility like your whole team gets taken out, you know, too. But it's some, and especially that Buffalo Bill Bengal game, that DeMar Hamlin game, like. I know that was rare, but it's just an example of one game taking championship contending teams out. But Superfish says, how does the double dipping 12 spot look, which we just did? So thank you for dropping that super chat. It's the double dipping, the double decker.
Double decker?
Double dipping 12 spot. Well, you didn't double decker that, so double dipping running backs. I like it. Tebow, Jamar Chase, Nico, Waddle, Lamar, Cooper, Monty, Najee. Yeah. Tebow, it's not that I don't like what you did there. I'm trying to see if there's another running back, and you might have not been able to get one because of the sniping going on. Yeah, it's not like
I was getting sniped.
It's not like Cooper
left and right. I wanted Raheem Mostert actually, where I got David Montgomery. I guess I could have gone with Ramondre Stevenson, but he didn't really fit within the weekly structure that I was also looking for.
I don't mind your team. I just you know me. I see all those wide receivers, and then I'm stuck with. I like Najee. Did you get Warren later?
No, I didn't get him on the comeback actually.
So Monty, I mean, it could work out. Look, Monty could have 10 touchdowns. He could have a big game. He's got those games where he could have 2 scores, and like this is a pretty good squad. I think this is a kind of team that could potentially. Let me put it this way. I don't mean to offend you, but you're not building for what I'm about to say, so it's not an offensive thing. But this is the kind of team that would not win Best Ball Mania. But this is a team that could absolutely win weeklies, and that's the point of it, right? So, no doubt about that. This build could have all those spike weeks happen at one time, and then at the wide receiver position and Lamar, and then boom, all you need is Najee and Monty to do what they're capable of doing. So certainly think it could work. Up the AC, Tyreek Hill, London, ETN, Pacheco, yeah. That's a good squad. Andrews, Christian Kirk, not my favorite player, but like me, I'm taking a QB there to round that whole thing out personally. Kittle, that's good. Adunze, Jordan Addison. Who'd you get a quarterback? Up the AC. Herbert. Daniel Jones, Drake May. Damn, if you want my honest opinion, and I could be wrong, I think the downfall of this team's going to be you're not going to have the quarterback scoring. You're not going to have somebody popping off enough, because Herbert could have a big gamer here and there, but you're not going to have the high enough scoring. You should have taken Christian Kirk there. You should have taken Joe Burrow or Jordan Love or Dak Prescott instead of Christian freaking Kirk, bro. That's the down. This team had all the makings to be fire, but you don't have enough quarterback power. You need more power. Speedy with the lamb chops, the Olave, the Mahomey, the Hollywood, early Hollywood Brown. Ron would have lost his crap on that because he absolutely could not stand that conversation we had earlier tonight. Hollywood Brown, okay, good stack. Rashad White, Stevenson, Zamir. Look, for going like 0 RB through 4 rounds, Rashad White, Stevenson, and Zamir and Ford are the 4 running backs you probably want to get. So I like the approach. Yeah, I think the team's got the makings. Again, wouldn't be a good best ball mania, but you didn't draft it for that. You drafted it for weeklies, and damn straight, it could definitely have one of those weeks. I don't know if Michael Hart's our guy, so I'm gonna skip him. And then oh no, he might be because he's no, I don't think he was. Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe Michael, you in here? I'll do it anyway. McCaffrey, Hurts, Laporta, DJ Moore, Neighbors, Keon Coleman, Keenan Allen. You know, I would say this. I would say don't be detoured away from deploying this strategy again because, damn, it almost smashed. Problem, yeah, Michael's in here. Okay. Problem is you did a unique strategy build with a bunch of sniping SOBs, bro. And you would have got Tank Dell if I wasn't in the draft. You would have probably got Devontae Smith if Miles wasn't in this draft. You would have probably got, I mean, hell, you could have got two of those guys. And then you would have been in the mix, bro. You would have been absolutely like living large if you got two of those wide receivers. Like if you got what I got Debo and Dell. If you would have got a little bit of a Dell, and I mean even Dell with your Neighbors is fine. Like just somebody else. DJ Moore to me was the part that kicked your team in the nutsack. But maybe he ends up thriving and proving me wrong. Chris from Vegas in the house. Chris, I appreciate you, pal. Can't wait to see you in Vegas, bro. Just want to know if you are ready for Vegas. I sure am. I can't wait. Are you going to be there during the McGregor fight at the later part of the evening? Because I'm going to come back down after I eat dinner with Miss Smitty, and then I'm gonna hit the stadium swim again and watch Conor McGregor. For anybody that doesn't know, I'll be in Vegas June 28 and June 29th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. June 28, June 29th. Circa Hotel and Casino. I'll be at Stadium Swim. I'll be doing my 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is 5 p.m. Vegas time. I'll be doing my normal show from the cabana. They're setting me up there. I'll do my graveyard stream around there. No one needs to come to that. I'll be in a cafe or something like that. And then the Saturday, I'm live streaming the Scott Fish Bowl for Scott Fish for the live in-person draft event. That'll be like a 4, 5, 6 hour stream. And then I'm going to watch the Conor McGregor fight. Hopefully Chris from Vegas will be there. Yes, that is the day I was planning to be there, the McGregor fight. Good. Just making sure some of you guys are going to hang out. Michael, I don't want you to feel bad. Did Michael say anything? Michael says, had to take Bears stack because Dell. Yeah. My point was, Michael, don't be scared off from trying this again because, like, you heard, whoever said that in the chat, that you can't go McCaffrey, Jalen Hurts, Laporta. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You get Tank Dell or even like a Devontae Smith with your Neighbors and Coleman, and this could be absolutely outstanding. And you did get Keenan Allen. So DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, if one of them were to get hurt or one of them doesn't do well, let's say Keenan drops off, then DJ Moore is going to be able to do something effective, I guess. I just don't love DJ Moore personally. And this one, Rice from the end, Bijan, Kelsey, DK, Joe Mixon's too early for me. I mean, he scored so high last year. How can I disrespect that? Well, I just felt like I saw physical drop off. I'm not banking on Mixon, but it's not horrible. It's too early for me. Jaden Daniels, you sniped for me, so how can I complain on that pick? McConkey, Connor, it's a good team. I don't mind it. I think you did good. I think your reaches were Mixon and McConkey. McConkey in the 6th round is just wild. That's wildly high. Where is this ADP? I mean that is crazy high. McConkey, what in the hell are you doing, bro? Did you sit on the phone? 48 over, no, where was it? 72. He's going to 80. That's actually higher than I thought. Why is McConkey going in the 6th round?
That's crazy.
Well, he's not going in the 6th round. He's going in the 7th round, but you took him in the 6th round. But it's actually not that far off. It's like 10 ADP spots away from his ADP, or 8 to 10. So it wasn't like it was that crazy, actually. But that just seems wild to me. I guess because people expecting weeklies. His weekly ADP's got to be very different than his regular best ball ADP. But that's wild. I would not take McConkey that high, but that's me. He certainly is a good player. He certainly could catch a lot of footballs. I'm not saying that. And in weeklies, maybe it makes sense. Terry Roberts just joined Axe on Saturn. Terry Roberts, appreciate you. Did someone drop any gifted memberships or something? I guess I didn't check that. Hold on. Gifted. Celebratory messages. 24-month membership from Terry Roberts. Oh, Saturn. Okay. So Axe became a Saturn man. I got what you're saying now. But if we look in the chat right now, Terry Roberts has a Saturn icon, and so does Axe. Okay, I got you. Look at Terry. You're one of the first people that we've ever seen have the Saturn.
Yeah, it's nice.
Emoji next to your name, bro. Everybody's got Mars and Moon. You're the only one with Saturn, bro. 24 months. Wow.
What is that? Yeah, 2 years. Nice.
2 years, Terry Roberts.
Blackbeard's almost there.
Yeah, East Coast Tatty's 23 months. So East Coast Tatty, come in here in a month once your membership renews, and you're gonna get You're gonna be one of the very few, bro, that have a Saturn one. We'll start seeing a bunch of them pop up though, because I think, a lot of people are right around that mark. But wow, because we might have started.
Did you say Terry's the first
that I've seen, but I haven't.
The first we've seen?
I haven't looked for it though. But yeah, it's got to be one of the first that we've had. Terry to the moon.
And I think, by the way, we need like 2 or 3 likes. We need 3 likes. Come on.
Oh, 3 likes, and we're dropping a gifted or a gifted. I meant 2 or 3 likes, and we drop a link to private draft. Yeah. All right, let me do this.
It was at 72. It just went down one. I don't know.
Somebody unliked it.
Oh, 74 likes. There we go. There we go.
I don't like the show now. I liked it earlier. Smitty started talking about Harbaugh again. I'm out of here. Smitty's going to Vegas.
We go. We're over it.
Smitty's going to Vegas. I'm not going to be in Vegas. I'm unliking. Okay, here's the link to a private draft, and I'll put it on screen, for a little bit. I won't be here too much longer, though, because I want to go. I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm going to make some eggs and bacon on the grill.
Yeah.
$3 private draft. Here it is. Let me drop it in the chat. Boom. Hit it. Do it live. Sick Nasty's going to have his Saturn one soon. That'll be great. Tebow, hold on a second. Dawson, you're live. I'm sorry, Dawson. What's going on?
So basically, I traded T. Higgins in a 25 first for Chris Olave in a 25 second. What do you think of that trade?
T. Higgins and a 25 first for Chris Olave and a 25 second. I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest, man. I don't want to say you.
I like Olave better, but
yeah,
first is tough.
It definitely doesn't feel like you crushed it, but it doesn't mean that you didn't get exactly what you should have got or something like that. The problem is, like, where's T. Higgins gonna go? Is he gonna be the number 1 somewhere? Like, what if he got traded to Washington? And I'm not saying that that's necessarily the best place to go. It could be. It very well could be. But like, because McLaurin's a little bit older, but then what if Dotson's the guy we think he is? So it is a little bit more. What if he went to Buffalo though? Like, what if Higgins got traded to Buffalo? Then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap. But I mean, Higgins as he is right now, let's say he goes and becomes number 2, a glorified number 2 somewhere. Then at the end of the day, it could work out. But I almost would say this: how many points away could Olave be from Higgins? Really? You know what I mean? Like, are we talking about like 100 points? No. I mean, what's it going to be? Like, what's their projection right now? I'm not saying the projection is right, but let me just look at it. Olave's got 199 projected points, and Higgins has sorry, Travis, hold on one second. Higgins has 185. So so like 199 and 185. I'm not saying that projection is right, but I'm just saying, is that worth the getting rid of the first rounder? You know, I don't know.
If I already had 3 firsts, do you think it's a good trade or no?
I don't think that's relevant, because now you're saying because I have more, I'm going to just give them away. You know, if I have 4 $20 bills, is it okay to throw one on the ground and then walk away? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to condone just because you got multiple that you could just throw them away, bro. But I don't know. I mean, what's Tebow think? Tebow, what do you think? You think T. Higgins is close enough to Olave, at least right now? Because Olave, we don't know what Olave is. Let's say Olave gets Dak Prescott next year in the offseason or something like that. Then all of a sudden Olave, I would say, dude, you smashed this trade in hindsight. Way to go. We didn't know that was going to happen, but you took a gamble. It paid off. Shake my hand. You know, but like right now he's got Derek Carr, and it's just confusing there. And Higgins is confusing, but like it's kind of hard to imagine a team next year bringing him in, paying him bank, and having him not be the number one. You know, it's hard to imagine him if he's not traded and he's not tagged again, which he probably will not be because the price goes up. It's not the same tag amount when you tag someone twice in a row, so it's not likely. Yeah. So he goes wherever he wants. Is he really going to choose a crowded wide receiver room? So I don't know. Tebow, go ahead and answer. Hello? Tebow?
You're on mute, brah.
Tebow just said he was leaving, I think.
Oh,
Or people are saying bye to him in the chat.
All right, later, Tebow. Go do your thing. Rock out. You want to answer this one? Rock out. He's in the building.
Uh-oh. Rock out.
Rock out.
You're on mute, brah.
Okay, what?
Never mind. It's too long of a question. Travis. Don't worry about it, Rock out. I'm not. I just didn't need to repeat it.
He traded Higgins in the first for Olave in the second. And it's tough because, like, I like Olave a lot more than Higgins. I'm pretty big on Olave, but the QB situation is just a tough one. When you throw in the first, I guess to me it's going to depend on what that first rounder turns into, and if Olave can get a quarterback. Otherwise, you run the risk of him being that Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore for the next 5 years. I have him in Dynasty, and I don't know what to do with him. I like him. I'll probably just hold him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, I guess I would just say, like, okay, so give me a projection for Higgins, let's say, and make it a morphed answer from like what he would do now versus what he'll do next year with his, new home. Like, is it going to be that much different, So like, what is he, an 85 reception, or like what would you say, like, to spit out a stat line for him?
So Higgins, well, let's see, when he was healthy, he went last time he was healthy for 16 games, 74 receptions for 1,029 yards with 7 touchdowns.
So what 811 or 80 receptions, 1,100 yards, and you said 7 touchdowns?
Yeah.
So would that be an acceptable line to give him going forward, do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, like, if he's on the Bengals?
No. Who's sleeping?
Is
Someone sleeping? Is someone sleeping on the phone line? Dawson, you snoring?
No, I heard that too.
I mean, my dog is.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you. So yeah, like a morphed answer. A morphed answer. Like, this is kind of like you're answering because you don't know. You're answering kind of as if he was staying or if he was going, and like you're just giving me like a general answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair number.
Okay. So what is Lave going to get? Similar answer. We're kind of doing it for the now. We're kind of doing it in case we think he does get a quarterback upgrade. We got to give kind of a mixed answer. Do we think is it that much different? Is it like 10 TDs? Is it 9? Is it?
If Olave has a quarterback, yes, it's a huge difference to me.
I wonder.
He's like a 13 or 14. He's like an IU.
So
maybe
90,
1,400 yards.
91, 1,210 maybe. So like that'd be like a morphed answer I mean it's a significant difference, like in a sense, but it's what that's 3 touchdowns, so 18, 28, 38. It's about 40 points, maybe max difference between the two of them. So you just got to ask yourself, does that help you? I know this is a long-winded answer. Does that help you enough to get rid of a first rounder? So that's all I'm trying to like get at. Is I don't know.
Olave's got to get the quarterback. He has to get a quarterback. That's the bottom line.
Maybe Rattler's the guy. Maybe he is.
Right.
We don't know.
If Rattler does it, I mean, if he has a quarterback, he's a 100-catch guy. I think he's a 1,400 yards easy and pushing 10 touchdowns.
What about with the coaching change? Think that's going to help Olave?
Yeah, it could. And we did see one thing I was saying the other night is we did see Carr, when he was healthy, support Devontae Adams for a year. So, there's that hope. I don't know what Carr is going to be this year.
I mean, I think Olave.
I think Gruden was still there.
I think Derek Carr is serviceable for Olave because we've seen Derek Carr produce fantasy relevant receivers. I feel like with the coaching change, that definitely could help.
Sounds like somebody talking that owns Olave.
I guess it depends. Like with Carr, Devontae Adams had 100 receptions, 1,500 yards, and 14 touchdowns. Now,
yeah, I think part of it is the system for sure. But Carr is also potentially like at that tipping point, maybe. Tough to know. But yeah, 2023. I mean, he had 3,800 yards and 25 TDs and only 8 INTs. It wasn't like he was the worst quarterback ever. So
he was hurt. He was hurt all year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I hope Rattler's the guy though. I hope that there's some ability for him to smash $50 hauler. I don't see a $50 hauler, bro. What are you talking about? Daniel says $50 hauler. $50 hauler. I don't see a $50 hauler. Daniel, why don't you drop it? Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
What kind of dog do you have, bro?
Pit bull.
Okay, it sounds like it. Obstructed nasal. Okay, he's.
I know she's old. She's like 12.
Yeah. All right, boys. I'm gonna get you off the line here. Bob, you got something else, real quick, Bob? You called back in.
No, this is the first time speaking tonight. I wanted to know. Oh, sorry. Let me turn the thing off. Is Puka being drafted too high? I mean, I know he did a lot, but like he had a ton of receptions, and then he kind of cooled off once Cup came back, and then DeMarcus Robinson kind of turned it on at the end, and we're asking him to do all of that again. I just feel like that's a little high. So I wanted your thoughts on Puka and then DeMarcus Robinson. Should we be keeping him on the radar?
We're kind of I don't want to say big Marcus Robinson fans on this channel. I don't want to say that. That sounds like weird. But we kind of like him. Travis likes him. I like him.
Respect him.
Yeah, respect him, I think is a good word. But I don't know that he's taken.
I think it was like
asking
It
if
was like 3 or 4 weeks he was a top 15 guy, so you know, he can do it.
Asking if Demarcus Robinson's going to take Puka's work is kind of like asking, you know, if I don't know, if, you know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. Kind of like asking if what's his name? Who's that guy at the beginning? Jeff? Like if Jeff's going to take my job. I'm just kidding, Jeff. I think you definitely like what he's bringing to the table. He's even like one of those crafty little cuffs that you could throw, you know, attached to your Puka Nacua or whatever. But he's not taking anything. The question though you ask is a good one, because he is. I mean, this 6 is really high. I mean, this is not a weeklies contest or anything like that. Yeah. This is a regular old, you know, best ball draft, and I think this expectation's wild. Just because, like, you're building in I'm sorry, whoever that is. It's not like you made a bad pick or anything. I love the Kyron pick. So you're taking the Rams too. You're stacking that. You're high octane offense. I don't mind what you're doing, and honestly, it could work out like the way you reach one time. Like I said, you could fix all that. It's not like it won't. Like you smash your other picks and it won't look like you did anything wrong. But it is a wild single individual pick to evaluate and just say, damn, 6 overall. He's kind of struggled to get into the end zone, you know. So it's not like he comes with this allure of being a double smash of double-digit touchdown type of guy. He was like, you know, it was more yards, receptions, which is all good and fine and dandy. And he had freaking 159 targets of 105, 1486, 6 touchdowns, remarkable year, 89 yards rushing. But it's not crazy to be like, I don't know what to expect for him. And not to mention, if I had to pinpoint a player that plays so aggressive that it worries me a little that they're going to injure themselves like massively, you know, or be always, it's Puka, because he plays. I've never seen anybody lay out for a ball like him. He does it in the weirdest, like in a good way. The weirdest, like crazy ways. Like somehow the ball will get thrown and he'll lay out for a lot of balls and like body catch a ball laying out for it, which is, you know, you don't usually see that. Like he's unbelievable. Like he really is a good player. But you know, I mean, I don't know that I could be drafting him above Amon-Ra. I don't know that I'm drafting him above JJ still.
I just want to say I didn't mean to throw that guy under the bus. I didn't know he picked him at 6. I'm talking about more like where it normally goes.
No, it doesn't matter if you threw him under the bus anyway. Who cares? Like it is what it is.
I mean, his ADP is 9.6 anyway. You know, which I think that's a high ADP.
Yeah, I feel like that's the.
I liked him better when he was in the 13 or 14 range.
I feel like that is like. I feel like 9 is the highest we should be going. I think he's to be honest with you, I think Puka is a home run smash at like a 12-13 turn. I think it starts getting uncomfortable for me at 9, 10, 11. It really does. I'm still taking him, but you know,
digit.
And I know some are going to say, do you really think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to outscore Puka Nacua this year? I don't want to, you know, run a lot of people off the channel tonight. Make people say, wow, this guy, we're following this guy. we're the blind is leading the blind here. I truly believe that touchdowns are king, right? And he has the ability, in my opinion, to get like 13 or 14 to 15 touchdowns as a rookie. And so, yes, I do honestly believe that Harrison and Puka are like neck and neck at that 12-13 turn. You know, so that's kind of the way. That's kind of the way I view it. I mean, look at I took him over Amon-Ra on accident. I didn't even see Amon-Ra was still available. I was talking and I just saw Marvin and I swiped, and then after I did it, I went, oh shit. Yeah. But even so, like I do believe Marvin's going to have that good of a year. Like, could Marvin outscore Amon-Ra? I mean, I probably 9 times or 10 times out of 10 pick Amon-Ra before him, I suppose, but I do believe Marvin can have that good of a season. I truly do. Like, I don't even feel bad. I don't regret this at all. It is what it is. I was talking in the slow draft and I didn't pay attention, but I mean,
That's
damn,
crazy.
I'm a
JJ
screenshot.
Went 9 and Amon-Ra went 12.
Yeah, I was part of the problem on that. Obviously, I messed up on. I was looking for Amon-Ra. I was looking for Amon-Ra a minute ago, and I'm like, he had to have gone. Where did he go? And I'm looking, and I'm like, well, I took Harrison, so I kept looking up stream, and I'm like, where's Amon-Ra? And I'm like, oh shit, I must have taken Marvin over him when I was talking to I don't know who the hell it was, Tebow. Damn Tebow, he throws me off every time. Okay, John, anything else real quick, and then I gotta go.
Yeah, last question. Do you think Jonathan Brooks has like top 5 potential?
Not as. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't. Like long term, maybe, but his rookie year coming off the ACL, probably say no. But could he play like a top 5 to 10 running back at some point, but not like some total? Yeah. But I don't think it's. I mean, Carolina's not the offense where that's all going to come together like that good. Like I think it'll be good, but top 5. He's got a lot of learning to do. He's coming back. He's going to come back a little bit slow, the first couple weeks. I mean, Breece Hall is a perfect example of a young guy able to do it but I don't know. I would say expect like him to eventually play like a 7 to 14 running back. It's a wide range, I know, but it's because we don't really know how he's going to respond. Everybody's ACL is different. We're not hearing a whole lot yet, too, which is why I'm being a little cautious. But I will tell you that if we start hearing glorious things about him, like really, really, really good things about him, I could easily put him in my 7 to 10, on the year. But top 5, I don't know. But right now, it feels more like an 8 to 14. Like, be safe. Doesn't mean he can't climb. He's on the freaking moon, man, for a reason. We got him right here.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
So he's on here for a reason. Good measure. All right, I got to go, boys. Rock out. Travis, anything else real quickly? 10 seconds each. Anything? Thank you, John.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had to rank Kendrick Miller, Chase Brown, Ty Chandler, how would you rank them?
Kendrick Miller, Chase Brown, Ty Chandler. Give me Chase Brown, Kendrick, and then tier break Ty Chandler. It's not that Ty Chandler can't, climb into that same tier.
I know he's getting Aaron Jones there.
Yeah, just until something happens, then all of a sudden we have a different conversation. But
yeah. All right.
All right, rock out.
Thanks, Smitty.
All right, later, boys. Anything else,
Bye.
rock out?
Where would you take James Cook if he fell?
James Cook. ADP. Normal best ball. Running back number. Let's see, he's 56. So Rashad White's under him. Walker's under him. That's pretty good value, I suppose. But the problem is, this is where Jacobs is at 47 and then Cook is at 56. But so there's like a Etienne's 41 overall. Pacheco's 47.
Yeah.
Jacobs is 47. Those are all really close. And then all of a sudden it goes from 47 to James Cook at 56. So a big gap between where RBs are being grabbed. So what does that tell you? It tells you that everybody's not liking RBs really for a little while, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, let's get back in. Who do we want? James Cook, I guess. Like I that's how I feel. So at number 56 overall, if I flip over to wide receivers and I look at who's getting drafted at 56, you got Jaden Reed, you got Hollywood Brown, you've got, so those are good.
Yeah.
Tight end
Right.
at 56, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Kittle, you got Ingram, and at quarterback at 56, you've got Anthony Richardson, Stroud. I'm going one of those guys. But if I already have a quarterback, if I went early Hurts, I could consider Cook, but I guess I'd ask myself if I'm gonna like reach a little bit on a Najee
Depends
or
on the build.
Yeah, I mean it's just that they don't use their running backs right, and I don't know that that's necessarily going to change. I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, James Cook had such a phenomenal year," and I mean he did. He was like running back 12 to a degree. He had a good season, but if you look at I'll show you his consistency. It was like kind of wild, and really he did a lot of his damage in a couple week period, and everybody keeps talking about how he was this good. He did this, he did that, and I'm like, what? Why is everybody talking about him as if he was consistent all year? Because he really wasn't. Here's James Cook's scoring per week.
So you would have White over Cook?
Rashad White? Yeah, probably. But I'd rather have Najee and Warren together over James Cook. I'm not saying I'd draft that. I'm just saying that make me go like Anthony Richardson, and then later on.
You can get him later.
Yeah. So, but like, I'm not saying I'd draft Jonathan Brooks over Cook, but I'd rather have Jonathan Brooks and then take Anthony Richardson where Cook is. But here's his data: 28 running back 28 in week 1, running back 12, running back 18, running back 13, running back 35, running back 33, running back 8. Running back 33, running back 31, running back 23, running back 10, running back 12, bye week 3, 2.
4 good weeks.
It was this 3 and 2 that really like vaulted him into that running back 12 spot. He's very, very mediocre at that point. Before this week 14, he'd only been inside the top 10 twice. And he had a 12 and 13 week, but I think where I rank him probably is around running back 14 or 15. That's probably what I would say. If maybe like 18. Running back 18, maybe. Let me see. Let me count it down. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe 18 and 20. I don't know. I just see guys like Brooks and Zamir White and Ramondre and Najee, and it's not that I would draft them higher because I don't have to, but I want them more. Therefore, I go a different direction instead of James Cook when on the clock. That's all I'm saying. I'm just not a big fan. I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I can't explain it other than the stats don't lie that he was inconsistent, but also I just don't trust the way that they use their RB. You also have 2 rookie running backs in-house. You have, I don't know if Frank Gore will even make the team or at the end of the day, but you have a guy that, that had 6 total touchdowns in an offense that was just, has so much to go around. Maybe the target share being up for grabs makes James Cook a nicer grab. I guess I would take him, to answer your question, I guess I would take him in maybe 1 league out of 8 at that ADP. I'd just rather Zamir White or Najee, but Najee with Warren or Jonathan Brooks or Connor and Benson over just James Cook. That's all I'm saying.
Makes sense.
All right, rock out. Appreciate you, bro. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Later. All right, I'm out of here, everybody. Appreciate all the super chats. Thank you for the support today. We did a lot today. We had 2 good live streams. Thank you, Chris from Vegas. Thank you, Superfish. Thank you, Superfish. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jones. Thank you, Terry Roberts. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Thank you, Blackbeard. Thank you, Space Ricky. Thank you, Travis Rowe. Thanks to all my mods. Anybody else that's in the building. Thank you, Superfish. Thank you, Michael, Shamrock, Hector, all the people in the building. Rock out on the phone line. Even John. And everybody in the building. Appreciate you all. Tebow. Who else is around? You know who you are. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Or I'm sorry, I keep saying the Discord. Don't forget to join the Patreon. which is way better than the Discord. The Patreon's phenomenal. We've got 10 live chats on there. We've got exclusive content. It's $10 a month. It kind of weeds out the trolls. The first 200 members get into a 240 team draft. Be patient with me. I will be giving you that information slowly. But anybody that gets on board the Patreon before midnight tomorrow, probably. I'm trying to guesstimate this. You'll probably get in. Okay, so join. Link is right here. I'll drop the link right now. Here's a link to the Patreon. Do it live. Do it well. There it is. Jump into the Patreon. The Patreon. Is that the correct link? Yeah, I think it is. But here I'll paste it again. There's the link. Do it live. $10 a month. Get in the league. And more importantly, get in this live chat community. This live chat community, the 10 live chats on Patreon. It's just like extension of the live show. Everybody you know and see and love will be right in this chat constantly. You have a trade question, you post it. Everybody's sitting in there. This is where our community, this is where I want, and it is happening. This is where I want our community to live. Before, during, after, just 365. I want us to be able to congregate somewhere. And we've got a specific chat room called the Live Game Day Lounge. And during games, whether it's Thursday, Monday, we're going to be in there all chatting, talking. It's going to be unreal. I'll see you all later. Yeah, we'll probably be in the Patreon right now. Jump over.